we've got some awesome news! So today for our Beyblade show, as you can see right there, we have I guess that is a leak for the upcoming starter that is in January, which is Dead Phoenix P4. Now, before I get into anything, I'll leave a site that I always use for my source. Most of the time it's a Beyblade Voca project, so I'll link in the description for that. So, January 26th. So it's gonna be a kind of dry, but not really, since by the end of this year, even though we're not gonna get it when it comes out, there'll be the random booster and Cho-Z Achilles and Dead Phoenix P4. So they didn't call this Cho-Z Phoenix, and I think there's a specific reason why. I'll get to that in a second, but first off, I love that design. Like, that looks sick. So the parts are a little strange. So it has 0 and it has atomic. The 0 is not painted since we can see part of the disc in there. So why 0? They could have just used what I thought, if they're gonna go with what I'm thinking they're going to go for, they could have just redid the 10 disc, painted purple, and then after maybe changed up the color of the turn frame. But yeah, atomic too, not even atomic prime. So it could be, maybe, unless this isn't a really good sock, maybe the teeth on this are super good and it doesn't need a prime driver. Maybe, I don't know. So we don't know anything else about this. I don't think there's any burst stopper on this as far as I know. I don't see anything really. But next picture, which I'm going to be showing, which is going to kind of explain sort of what I can see in this new design for the Bay. You notice how it's called Dead Phoenix, and you can see instead of it being the normal Phoenix avatar with the 2 wings out, it's broken because it actually has 1 wing off but 1 wing on, and like the little tail on the Phoenix. And it also has a Hexa, like, you know, Dead Hades has the Hexa weight. This one has like Hexa Revive armor. I don't know if that can come off. It kind of looks like it does, but I'm not too sure. Now, why call it Dead Phoenix if it wasn't a fusion between Dead Hades and Revive Phoenix? So next image that we have here, so look at this. It has the black Revive Phoenix and Dead Hades, and they basically combine into one because you got the weights and everything. Instead of being called Cho-Z Phoenix, it's called Dead Phoenix. Now, my theory on this is that maybe it's Iga, maybe it's someone else, but Phoenix and Hades has to break somehow. They just have to. And we already know that Iga went up against Phi in the manga in a rematch. Got bodied. Well, no, Phi got bodied. Hartz is going up against Iga in the next episode, and it's new base, so maybe he's gonna break him for revenge, because he already did 2 matches against Hartz. I'm pretty sure it should be 2. Then after the 3rd one, I think it's payback time. Now, I love this design because you'll notice that it has sort of like the rigged outer layer of Dead Hades, but also combines it with the aesthetic of the Revive armor. There's no level chip on this, so these new waves of Beyblades, they remove the concept of a level chip. They don't need that anymore. They're big, tough bays now. So overall, I gotta say, this is really awesome. So what I said is that most likely, Iga's gonna break both of them. Now, I'm saying Iga because, think about it like this. Phi basically broke his bay, so he has the incentive to go back and beat up Phi. And Hartz like humiliated Iga and like bodied his base. So I think if it's not through Iga, at least he'll be through someone else. But maybe on the episode 39, I'm pretty sure, Hartz is gonna get broken. I think maybe a few episodes later we'll see Phoenix get broken. Or it'll be something where it's maybe neither, and it could be maybe that actually, no, it'd make the most sense. Bay has to break. Why else call it Dead Phoenix? And I love that in the name. I love it because there's irony in the name for the new release. Because the Phoenix is sort of like this bird that's like immortal and everything. But Dead Phoenix is like, well, it means it's dead. So this is, I guess, maybe Phoenix's comeback. Now, this means that the Amazon listings really did spoil most of the other half of the season, since Knights K4 We didn't know what that was. Thought it was an exclusive. It wasn't. Owned by Kit Lopez. We thought Achilles A5 could have been maybe the what do you call it? The extend chip on there, or whatever they're called in the English dub. We thought, and by the way, Achilles A5 was confirmed after that. Dead Phoenix, we're like, oh, maybe it's the Black Revive Phoenix, but no, it's trademarked later, and bam, we see it. Now, my theory is this. I think that, because in the Amazon listing it said P4 and not P5, and even in those listings, it never spoiled the next Valkyrie, which was V5, or the next Valtrek V5, and Surprise and S5, so I think that they're gonna call still the black version Dead Phoenix, because there's 4 in it, and for this new one, they'll maybe call it some other name, since they did switch up names like we saw with Hazard Kerbeus and Guardian Kerbeus. Or they just called this Evolution 4 instead of 5, I guess. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But I like this design a lot. Now, that's kind of it for this video. I don't really know how... I think this base is going to be really, really good. Like a really good defense type bay. It has a lot of weight to it. I like that. What's next? This is the last... This is the last, well, there's a random booster. No, there's not! This is the last babe of the series! Well, this is the thing, because this season's supposed to go up to at least, what is it, 51 episodes? How many episodes? I don't know, because, what? I don't know how long this season's gonna go for. Maybe it'll be shorter than the other ones, because the only thing I could see because there's only a few more weeks until we get into March, and March is almost... 4 weeks. Yeah, March is always going to be the new series.
42 episodes, 43.
No. It could be. No. Maybe they continue on to go past 50, because we don't know until it's confirmed. But this is the thing. The only possible thing they could do for Cho-Z is do another tournament. But what I'm thinking is that, why would they want to repeat another tournament like how they ended God with? So I think... it's going to end showing off all these bladers preparing for something, and that's how it leads on to the next series. And the next series, I think, is going to be a step up from Cho-Z, since remember Slash Valkyrie, and remember how there's something about, oh, the bays can now have 3 different modes or something like that. I think the next one, because obviously with Beyblade, there's sort of like, I would say, what do you call it, like the hype for it. So when it starts off, and as it progresses, the hype is still there. But eventually, no matter what, you know, hype's gonna go down a bit. So, what do you call it? The craze for bays. However, this was like what happened with 40 to 0G. I think the burst version of 0G, and what I mean by that is how it's like the sequel to the previous one, the previous season. I think they're gonna probably make sure that the hype doesn't die down, because I think well, what I mean by that, when the hype doesn't die down, I think they're gonna do something super crazy with the bays. And the anime is also going to take a few steps above. Or, the anime is just going to have a lot more complex plot threads. Because it's near the end. We've seen, it started off pretty small with a few of these tournaments. And then after, some bays start to break. Then after, it's around the whole world. This whole championship. And we see some nice arcs in the show. And then after, with Cho-Z, we start to see these arcs. But we also start to see, you know, still a lot more of these character arcs between everyone. And the battles get a lot more intense with all these bay battles, so that's what I think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts for what combo you would have wanted for Dead Phoenix. Personally, I would have wanted a 10 purple disc, maybe a different color for the turn frame, and Friction Prime. I would have loved that. Or at least Atomic Prime is what they should have done. But yeah, that's it for now. Like and share, and if you want to see more news videos like this, click that bell to be notified of our uploads, and subscribe to this channel. We also have a video showing off Black Revive Phoenix that we launched earlier, or yesterday I should say, so definitely check that out. But for now, have an awesome and amazing burst-filled day.